There have been over 200 flips in NASCAR's 75-year history, some of which are completely forgotten. Most of the flips in this video are primarily forgotten due to them being much older clips. Today, we're going to take a look at the forgotten flips from NASCAR's modern era.
And we've got trouble on turn number 4. Car number 30 is upside down. That's Walter Ballard's car. Buddy Baker also involved.
Ballard's car coming to rest right side up. We hope he's okay. Walter Ballard from Texas, the rookie last year, and he looks as though he's climbing out. Buddy Baker was involved in that one too, Pete.
Our list begins with the first flip in NASCAR's modern era in the 1972 Daytona 500. NASCAR owner-driver Walter Ballard thought he was clear, but instead cut across the nose of Buddy Baker. Walter climbed the hood of Buddy Baker's car and the wall simultaneously, resulting in Walter sliding for hundreds of yards on his roof until he hit the grass, where he rolled a few times for good measure. Walter never won a NASCAR race, but was one of the few drivers that survived the transition from the old to modern NASCAR age, taking part in the first 4 full seasons of the modern era and remained somewhat competitive. Dale Earnhardt made his second career start in the number 30 Chevy, racing for Walter in 1976.
But on the backstretch, Richard Brooks rides one down hard.
1973 Talladega 500 champion Dick Brooks went on a wild ride in the same race just 2 years later. After being spun around, the back of Brooks' car lifted off the ground and caused him to spiral into several harsh rolls. This crash has been dubbed as the first blowover in NASCAR history, as it was the first of its kind. Dick was luckily uninjured in the crash, and his team was able to fix his car and run it less than a month later at Dover, where Brooks had a season-best finish of second. Although Brooks only won a single race, he was super competitive from 1975 to 1978, where he finished in the top 10 in points all 4 years and scored 65 top 10s and 21 top 5s.
He needs to be out there. Trouble!
On its roof, Jerry Bowman's Ford. Lake Speed spins around coming down the backstretch, and he pounds into the wall and slides, just misses Bowman's car. Jerry Bowman, the slight young driver from Aberdeen, Maryland, has put that thing on its head.
22-year-old Jerry Bowman managed to flip all by himself at Rockingham in 1984. There's no footage of the beginning of the accident, but it appears Jerry backed into the wall on the backstretch, climbed the wall, and turned over. He slid on his roof until he hit the inside wall, and he was uninjured in the wreck. After the incident, Bowman only made 8 more starts in NASCAR, all racing under his own name, with his father crew chiefing him.
Very end, Boy, are they hoping for a caution flag count. One more before this race is over.
Oh, car trouble.
Here, got it.
Spinning, crashing. That is the Trevor Boyce car in big trouble out of turn number 4. It's a hard way to get a caution.
Trevor Boyce was in a pretty decent position for the 1984 Talladega 500 until Tommy Ellis bumped him in the rear. Trevor lost control and blew over. Boyce slid on his roof until he hit the grass and rolled a couple of times, but luckily landed on all 4 wheels. This was the Canadian's only full-time season in the Winston Cup, as he raced for a familiar name, James Hilton. Boyce actually had a decent season, finishing with an average finish of 20th despite only having 1 top 10 finish. The team finished the 84 season strong with 4 top 12s in the last 7 races. To speak about James Hilton for a second, I think Hilton is only remembered as the guy who raced when he was 76 years old in ARCA, not the Cup driver who has 80 more top 10s than Carl Edwards. Hilton scored 301 top 10s in 602 starts and scored 140 top 5s. He only won 2 races, but he was a stud.
Jax climbs the tires and goes over in turn 1.
Comes to rest on his side.
Glenn, there were 3 wide battling down the front straightaway, and Jack's car got tipped sideways. When he got the truck straightened out, it headed right for the pile of tires that line the inside of the quarter-mile track here.
The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series visited Portland in their inaugural season in 1995, a half-mile oval. Owner-driver Wayne Jax had his season-best qualifying in this round and was running pretty well until he went for a ride with 25 to go. After spinning out, Wayne ramped over a tire and flipped into the infield, landing on his side. Interestingly enough, this was the first ever flip in the Craftsman Truck Series. To say Mike Skinner dominated this race would be an understatement. He led every single lap from 1 to 200 en route to the win. He would do this for a second time in 1995 at IRP, where he led all 150 laps.
Sometimes the second gear corner becomes the first.
One truck hard into the tire wall, coming out of turn 10 and headed
He's out of here.
for 11.
That truck went out of the course. Look at him stuck on the wall there.
Yes, indeed it did. That is turn 10. That's the fastest corner on the course.
Ray Daniels, rookie in the Truck Series, and the officials are quickly to his aid, and he is out of here.
Just a few months after Wayne's flip at Portland, Ray Daniels had the scariest crash of the Craftsman Truck Series' first season when he wrecked into the catch fence at Sonoma. Daniels just got into turn 10 way too deep and used the tire barriers as a ramp straight into the catch fence. This turn 10 would be pretty troublesome in years to come whenever Ward Burton flipped in the same turn just 5 years later.
Force a lap down car, Chad Little.
He can help somebody, and he can hurt somebody.
Yep. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Todd Bodine. Ooh, bad one.
Bad.
Lap 109.
Let's see who's going to win the race back.
They're
This could
racing
be
back to Todd Bodine.
Todd Bodine had been competitive all day and was racing Greg Sachs for the lead whenever he tried to make a move on Sachs. Sachs blocked Bodine and sent him spinning down the backstretch. He did a complete flip before hitting the inside wall, which may have been a saving grace. This undoubtedly made the hit so much softer, but also could have been much worse if his car came down on top of the barrier. Greg went on to win the race, his first and only of his career. This meant that both of his wins in NASCAR came at super speedways. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. I hope you did enjoy. If you want to see some more videos like this, let me know down in the comments below, and make sure you leave some suggestions for future videos that you'd like to see. Anyways guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.